So greetings to Dr. Xiao. We are a group of four comprises of Jinling, Shashila, Yati, and me, Mary. So as shown in the slide, our topic today is pets and happiness, examining the association between pet ownership and couple satisfaction. So we chose this study because there are more and more households are owning at least a pet in the house, and we deem that is one of the factors that can increase couple satisfaction. So the pets can include cat, fishes, dog, reptile because they brought a lot of happiness in our life. So according to the study conducted by researcher Debra and a few, cats were actually the most popular animals among pet lovers in Malaysia, followed by fishes. So more than half, which is 60.9% of the cats adopted by the participants were actually stray animals adopted by the owners. So other than bringing happiness, how does this pet actually benefits human? So it actually improves the ability of socialization among pets owner. For example, when two pet owner bring their dogs for a walk in the park, the chances of communication between the owners actually increases. They can talk about their dogs slowly to their about their work, and slowly they can become friends. And it also induce positive effect on the mental health, since I mentioned just now, cats and other pets animal actually bring a lot of joy into the household. So this study does not merely aid in increasing couple satisfaction. So as shown in the slide, there are actually 50,356 divorce cases in year 2018 on top of the 50,314 divorce cases in 2017. So owning a pet in the house can actually increase the couple satisfaction, which indirectly alleviating the divorce rate in Malaysia. So other than that, this study also aimed to raise the awareness of adopting pet animals or stray animals instead of buying them from the shop. SPCA, which is a non-government organization, has reported that 935 pet animals were sent into their center in 2017, and all of us is clear that there are actually large unreported numbers of stray animals were left in the street, which is unfed, and um, they may be die of hunger. So as shown in the conceptual framework, there are actually three antecedent variables, which are gender, level of income, and education year range. It doesn't matter whether they are male or female, lower income or upper income, from no education to advanced degree education, there can be a factor that influence couples pet companionship and having couple satisfaction as the outcome. So the question is, can pets actually incur couple satisfaction? So pets are actually mutual investment between the couples because the couples rear the cats together. So it can be seen as a booster to the relationship commitment and longevity because it actually increases the interaction between the couple. It can be like, dear, can you help me to shower my cat this morning? Can you help me to feed my cat since I'm going to work? So it can actually increase the interaction from day to day, which actually enhance their relationship. And the pets also create a shared identity of us as a unity which mediates positive relational thoughts. Because the pets are reared by both of the couples, and the pets can be a mediator which strengthen their relationship since they share a mutual responsibility. And empathy, which focuses on um, showing emotion, giving responses, and expressing their concern towards the other half. Empathy towards the pets, empathy towards the couple. Because it nurtures the empathy, so it is indirectly increase the couple satisfaction. And as mentioned just now, pets can actually facilitate social interaction among people and increase the happiness and well-being of the couple.
The objective of this study is divided into two forms, which is the general and specific objective. The general objective of this study would be to investigate the association between couple satisfaction and pet companionship in Malaysia. Whereas there are a total of 7 specific objectives, whereby the first two objectives is to describe the perceived level of couple satisfaction and couple pet companionship, followed by to determine the relationship between pet companionship and couples satisfaction. Next, to describe the perceived level of couples satisfaction and pet companionship between male and female across the level of income and with the education year range. The final objective is to determine what factor uniquely predict couples satisfaction. Nonetheless, this study comprises of 5 research questions that are yet to be answered, which is, what is the perceived level of couples satisfaction and couples pet companionship? Followed by, is there any significant relationship between pet companionship and couples satisfaction? Next, what is the perceived level of couples satisfaction and pet companionship across gender and level of income, as well as with education year range? The last research question is, what factors uniquely predict couples satisfaction? Well then, the research hypotheses are: pet companionship will positively influence couples satisfaction. Female contribute to a higher level of couples satisfaction. High socioeconomic status will positively influence couples satisfaction, as well as couples with more years of schooling tend to have a better couples satisfaction.
In this section, I will try to describe and discuss the method that will be used in present study, which include the several components such as research design, population and location, sample size and sampling technique, measurement and instrumentation, and lastly, the data collection procedure. So, the present study will be conducted using quantitative approach to determine the association between pet companionship and couple satisfaction. Quantitative approach was chosen because the statistical data will be collected via questionnaire, and then after the data collected, it will be analyzed using mathematical formulas. This study will be conducted based on descriptive and correlational research design. The purpose of descriptive research design is to explain the variable and provide an explanation for a phenomenon of relationship in the study, while a correlational research design is used to identify the prevalence of the relationship among variables and then predict the outcome from present study, data, and knowledge. The population target in this study is young adults with age range between 25 to 35 who live in Malaysia, as this age range is the most common selected age group for study involving pets. The researcher will then record the sample by targeting young adults who take a walk with their pet in the park, and the location to record the sample will be Leisure Park in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and it is believed to be the most densely populated state in Malaysia. And the park chosen is Bukit Jalil Recreational Park, Taman Tasik Permaisuri, and the Central Park. For sample size, there will be a number of 385 participants selected to take part in the research. The researcher will adopt the formula proposed by Cochrane in 1977 in present study. At the same time, the sampling method that will be practiced in this study is convenience sampling, where the targeted samples are assembled through the population that meet certain criteria that set by us, such as young adult with an age range between 25 to 35, and young adult who take a walk with their pet in the park. So the present study will be using two different questionnaires, which is Pet Attitude Scale and the Couple Satisfaction Index. The Pet Attitude Scale is a self-report questionnaire used to measure human-animal bonding that designed by Temple et al. In 1981. The questionnaire consists of 18 Likert format items that assess the bonding, general pet attitude, and human quality. Cambridge Alpha was calculated to measure the consistency of pet attitude scale item, and it has shown a high level of consistency with alpha equal to 0.94. The second instrument that will be used in the current research is the Couple Satisfaction Index, where the Couple Satisfaction Index is a self-report questionnaire designed to measure one's satisfaction in a relationship. The couple satisfaction is developed with Couple Satisfaction Index 4, Couple Satisfaction Index 16, and Couple Satisfaction Index 32, whereas the Couple Satisfaction Index 32 will be chosen in this study, as it is believed to be more specific and more precise to be used in the current study. The Couple Satisfaction Index 32 questionnaire consists of 32 Likert items. Cambridge Alpha will be also calculated in this instrument, and the findings show a high level of consistency, which alpha equal to 0.95. The procedure in the data collection will be systematically recorded in the flow chart, where at first, the researcher will obtain the permission to conduct present study from Institutional Review Board. When the Institutional Review Board gives the permission, the researcher will then obtain approval from author of the questionnaire via email to access toward the instruments. And then the pilot study will be conducted to discover the insufficient potential issue in the present study. And the informed consent form will also be given to the participant during the pilot study. The instrument and sampling characteristic will be amended if needed. After all of this have done, the actual study will be carried out, and the token of appreciation will also be given to the participant because they have taken out their time to contribute in the present study. And then after the data is collected, the score of each questionnaire will be recorded for the subsequent process of data analysis.
So just like every study, there are strengths and limitations to it, and we're going to look at the strengths for this study, which is the first strength is that it will be taking place in Malaysia, which is known to be a country that is rich in diversity and multiculturalism. And the involvement of multiculturalism promotes the underrepresented population of Malaysia, as Hall stated that the cultural diversity endorses a greater understanding of research, and consequently, a past study has indicated that it is essential to include populations that vary across race and other demographic attributes in order to identify the impact of human-animal interaction. And following to that, this study aims to discover how pets ownership influences couple satisfaction, which in short is constructive to the research field, as very little study was found in the literature on the question of the benefits of pets for ordinary individuals, and therefore the study holds the strength to expand the existing knowledge. And also, the presence of a pet itself is inclined to be therapeutic among people of older adults, and hence the study has the tendency to advocate individuals to adopt or rear a pet like cats and dogs, since the number of stray animals has been dramatically increasing due to animal abandonment that is very often reported in Malaysia. And also, pet ownership plays an important role in the maintenance of an individual's quality of life, in the event that individuals with cardiac-related disease are reported to have ultimately reduced mortality rates. And as a matter of fact, an experimental study was conducted by Allen, revealed that by owning a pet, there is a significantly high chance that it will help the owners in lowering the risk of blood pressure. And also in the view that all that has been mentioned so far, these studies provide an important insight into the effectiveness of owning a pet, and therefore this study aspires to shine a new light into the ownership of pets. Now we're going to look at the limitations of this study, and the first one is that although the present study aims to identify the level of pet ownerships and couple satisfaction, a rather contradictory result may be due to the fact that how stressful their pet is perceived to be. And a recent study was done by Joseph involving pet owners and non-pet owners, and he revealed that highly stressful events that occur in a pet owner's daily life derive from the energy level of their pet itself. And with that being stated, the present study's results may be influenced by the type of pet that the participants own, since the type of sampling that will be utilized is the purposive sampling technique. And moving on, in the context of the study's population, although the present study is based on a very large participant scale, which is 385 participants, the results may not be able to be generalized to the whole population of Malaysia, as the study will be taking place in the territory of Kuala Lumpur only, and mainly in 3 different places, which is in Bukit Jalil Recreational Park, Taman Tasik Permaisuri, as well as the Central Park, not including the rest of the states in Malaysia. And hence, because of that, the results that will be obtained from this study may not be applicable to the pet owners elsewhere in Malaysia, but only the sample that is involved in the study. However, it has been reported that there is an increasing number of pet owners in Malaysia, especially in Kuala Lumpur. And the final limitation is that, due to some practical constraint, the questionnaire that will be used to obtain the results from the study may be inadequate to provide a comprehensive results, given that the people of Asian countries consist of a different culture and pattern of behavior, which may influence their answers while answering the questionnaire given. And therefore, the questionnaire that will be utilized in this study is perhaps incompetent for the Malaysian context and cultural adaptation, and it may result in a relatively low reliability. But alternatively, the questionnaire can be forward-backward translated. However, it is very time-consuming. But the pet owners and the level of their couple satisfaction will still be accessible regardless.
As can be seen here is the Gantt chart for this study. And as demonstrated, this study would take up to 1.5 years until the final milestone is reached. Prior to that, this study will be taken place on the 1st of January 2021, starting with a meeting among researchers to reviewing of literature, which would then lead to technical approval for the study, and then the exclusions of the study all the way until the submissions of manuscript to the Journal of Anthrozoos, which will be in the following year on the 1st of March 2022. This slide shows the research milestone, which is aligned with the Gantt chart shown in the previous slide. As can be seen, this study will begin on the 1st of January 2021 and will end on the 1st of March 2022, as mentioned earlier. We are very much looking forward to this study of the associations of pet companionship and couples satisfaction with perceived antecedent factors, which is gender, level of income, and education's year range among adults in Malaysia, to benefit the community in terms of promoting the adoptions on stray animals such as cat and dogs on the street, as well as to decrease the level of divorce rate among young couples, especially in Malaysia. Thank you.